Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making headband wig, aka on the go wig. So to make this wig, you're going to need either a ruler or a tape, anyone that you prefer. You're going to use some bobby pin, scissors. I have headband. This is the one I got from my local market. I have some Velcro. Honestly, Velcro is optional. So I'm going to start off by putting the headband on the mannequin hair. I'm going to be using this cap. This cap is very stretchy, and the elastic is like really large, so I don't have to mix my waist. So after putting it on the mannequin hair and it fits, I'm going to take that off and I'm going to cut the headband right where the headband had so there was a place that they stitch it together. That's where you're going to cut. Then after cutting it, I'm going to take my pins and I'm going to secure this cap to my mannequin hair. Next thing, I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to secure it from the front place to the back. I'm not going to mark on, I'm just going to be using chalk to mark one inch and the cap on the cap. Sorry, I'm not going to be marking in the elastic band. Just look at what I did. I marked just below and above the elastic band. I did not mark on the elastic band of the cap. So I'm going to take my chalk and I'm going to just draw it just to give me idea of what I'm doing. At this point, you might want to put your wig, you might want to put the headband on just to enable you give it a good mark. So now my headband is on. This is the time for you to sew down your Velcro, but I had a tailor in front of my yard, so I just gave it to them and they sewed it down for me. This is the hair that I'm going to be using today. This hair is very good. The texture is like a human hair, but it's not human hair, but it's just close. Okay, so it's like two bundles. One is bigger and the other one is small, so I'm going to cut the bigger bundle into two, making it 3 bundles. Now I'm going to take the first bundle. They're all the same length, so you don't have to worry about that. And I'm going to pin it on my mannequin, on my wig cap, on my mannequin hair. Her name is Stacy. So I'm going to pin that just to secure it well on Stacy, my mannequin hair. Then I'm going to take my needle and thread and I'm going to start sewing. You know how you normally sew your wig? Yes, just nothing has changed, just the same way. Just keep on sewing, sew everything down until it's perfectly sewn. I'm just going to allow you to watch and see what I mean. In the meantime, guys, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell so you don't miss anything from my channel. Okay, I love you. Now I'm going to keep on sewing. Because I want to make this wig sewing as beginner friendly as possible, I'm going to slow down just to show you how I sew my wig and how I knot it, how I get everything perfectly sewn down. It stays like this honestly forever and ever. Okay, just watch. my first time making headband wig. I've been hearing of those, I've been seeing them everywhere on the internet. They are the real deal now. So I decided to make mine. This is my first time. So I was like, if I fail, we fail together, guys. But I'm so glad that this wig came out looking so lovely. You won't even know that I've not sewn a headband wig before. And in this tutorial, I'm using the flip over method. I'm not cutting my wefts, no, I'm not cutting them, I'm just flipping them over and sewing them down, okay? So when I see that the thread is remaining a little bit small, I'm just going to knot it around 3 times. Then I'm going to cut it out with a small needle, a small scissors. Sorry, guys, it's better for you to use a smaller scissors when you're making it, especially for beginners, because if you use a bigger scissors, you might end up cutting your weft or your wig cap, and you don't want that. So just use a smaller scissors. That will give you focus on what you're going to do. Okay, then I'm going to continue sewing this wig like this, flipping it over until I get to the middle of my wig cap, the place that you see that I've sewn, that there's stitches around there. Yes, until I get to that middle part. That is when we're going to change direction. But for now, I'll leave you to keep on watching. To that middle part, I notice my hair is a bit smaller, so I have to take up space. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to pin it just like this. I feel like I don't need to talk. Please just follow what I'm doing, don't listen to my voice, okay? Then I'm going to use my ruler and then I'm going to measure it. I measured about 1.5 inches. Yes, then I'm going to take my weft and my pin, bobby pin. Use pin always, guys. Then I'm going to pin it just like this, okay? I'm going to secure it down just like this. Yes, you see that the direction have changed now. I have started sewing upward. I'm no longer sewing down, and now I'm pinning it going up, okay? You see that I pinned it upwards. Yes, I no longer pin it flat. I just started pinning it upwards, my mannequin hair and upward my wig cap. Then I'm going to, after holding it down with pins, I'm going to start sewing it again. I'm using the flip over method. Yes, I'm not going to cut anything from this sewing, okay? I'm going to keep on flipping it over, okay? Then you're going to sew it like this until you get to this part. At this point is remaining just one for me to sew, okay? Look what I said, the weave on the head I'm using, I thought it was big enough, but it turns out very small, so I have to just keep creating space. Maybe later I'm going to take a weft and fill it in, but for now I've gotten to the front part, okay? I'm going to this is the last I'm going to sew before I will sew my final weft. This is my second to final weft, okay? So I'm going to sew that down. After sewing it down, this is my last weft. As you can see, that is double. I doubled all the weft I used. Then I'm going to turn it around. I'm not going to flip it again. I'm not going to flip it backward. I'm going to turn it all the way to the front, to the face of my mannequin hair. Then I'm going to pin it down so that after sewing it, and I will just flip it backward. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but please just just focus your eyes on what I'm doing, okay? That way you will be able to understand what I'm saying. Now I have sewn everything down. Everything is properly sewn. I'm going to cut out the needle, and then I'm going to knot it several times. I made it up to 10 knots so that everything stays secure, because this is the last thread. So after knotting it, I'm going to take my smaller scissors and cut it. Then I'm going to flip this hair. Look at what I mean. Do you see that? Yes, this is exactly what I mean. This is exactly how it turned out. After sewing, then I flip it back again, and this is what it's looking like. It's so beautiful. As you can see that I did not sew on the elastic band of the cap at all. No, you don't want to do that. So now it's time for me to sew down the headband. Yeah, this is the fun part, guys. So I'm going to take the headband. I'm going to put it just a little bit a little tiny bit above that weft line, the weft line, Bikonu, please. I'm just going to pin it a little bit above the weft line. I'm going to use pins and secure it very well so that nothing is moving while I'm sewing. Okay, just watch what I'm doing. This hair is looking so beautiful already, guys. So after pinning it down, I'm going to take my needle and my thread and I'm going to start sewing. No, I'm going to hold it back. I'm going to hold the velcro together just to show you. Look at that, it looks so beautiful. Now I'm going to take my needle and my thread and I'm going to start sewing. At this point, if you are using a colored headband, you might want to get the color that matches your headband, the thread color that matches your headband, or else you know how to sew that the thread becomes visible, just like I did here. The threads are all invisible. Nothing is showing. The threads are not showing. You won't even know that I sewed it down. At this point, you should know that you are sewing on three things. One, you are sewing on the elastic band of your wig cap. You are sewing on the weft. You are sewing the wig. Then you are sewing on the headband. You're sewing on three things. Okay, make sure that you're sewing on these three things: the wig cap, the headband, and the hair itself. If you sew only on two, your wig is going to turn out wonky. Okay, just sew everything down. Just make sure everything is perfect. I started from the middle to the other side. I started from the middle and I sew all the way to the ear, just above the ear. Don't sew below the ear area. Okay, now I'm going to sew I'm going to fast forward the other part as well, and I'm going to sew that down securely, just like this. Yeah, it looks so beautiful. Again, just sew all the way till above the ear. Don't sew below the ear area, just sew till above the ear. And here I'm done. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to knot it again several times so that it does not lose or anything like that. Then this wig is ready, guys. It's like really ready. You can just throw it on like this, but no, because the wig cap is showing and it's not black, it's brown. So I'm going to take my small scissors again, and then I'm going to cut out the elastic band of the wig cap. Then I'm going to just bring down my headband down. This is what this wig is looking like. It's so beautiful, guys, and that is all for it for today's video, guys. If you love this video, please give me a thumbs up. I love you. Till my next video. Bye.